About a week ago, I did the Flying Pig Half Marathon in Cincinnati, Ohio. It was my first half marathon. I had a lot of wins, had a couple of downs, but definitely mostly a lot of ups. I'd say overall the atmosphere of the race was great. All the way to the packet pickup, it was like a whole event. Kind of went downtown. They had all kinds of booths, things like that. Getting the bib was actually pretty quick. Pretty quick. Went at a good time. A little bit crowded because there's so many people involved in the race, such great energy, but they had a lot of stuff to kind of compensate for that, for you to kind of walk around, get some goodies and so forth. I would say that was great. Race day, as you would expect, there was a lot of cars, but I kind of got dropped off at a good spot that I could kind of walk to the event to kind of warm up a little bit, just to help out. And from the moment I got there, great atmosphere from start, middle to finish of the race. All the support, all the signs, a lot of great people. I would say for myself on that day of racing, woke up really early. Race kickoff was at 6:30, but depending on what group you were, we probably started a little bit later. I think the first group went at 6:30. I think I didn't officially go until 10 to 20 minutes after. It was a little chilly that morning, so I had to be in my shorts and t-shirt, getting a little chilly. But all in all, woke up really good hip movements, warm ups, things I could do at home, caffeine, getting lots of fluids and water, just enough to where I only had to pee once before the race. Got that out of the way, so overall feeling good. I would say my best feeling throughout the race was up to about mile 5 or 6 before the incline started. Once the incline started, a bit more challenging. Didn't I kind of saw it on the map. Didn't expect it. I think I was just feeling so good. Kind of like, oh yeah, I was beating my typical pace, so it was pretty nice, feeling really good. And then that started to happen, but I refused to stop running throughout the whole race. I wanted to run the entire race. So I kept going, maybe slowed down a little bit here or there. Um, Took my gels, so I had gels ready to go throughout the race. I was just using the honey stain ones. Tastes really good, pretty quick. My goal was to take a gel about every 20 minutes. The goal was essentially have a gel before I had that depleted feeling I get when I'm usually running. Usually if I let it go past 30 minutes, I feel a little depleted, but kind of lost track of time while racing. So brought 6, used 5. So that was good. One other thing I did try to have ready was salt pills to kind of help with like my sodium levels and potassium and electrolytes and all that good jazz. Plan was to take some before the race. Actually didn't. I kind of talked myself into I ate enough before, be fine. Didn't start to take them till later into the race, maybe even like mile 9 or 10. But at that point, I actually started to cramp in my thighs, which hasn't really happened before. So my thighs wanted to seize up and really start cramping. I did take the pills. I think they got a little bit better. Than the final 2 miles was a lot of cramping, but I didn't want to stop, so I kind of ran through the racetrack, and someone was coming up behind me towards the end. It's like, oh, we're almost there, and I was like, yeah, I'm thinking in my mind like we are. So I kind of limped to the end. Once I crossed the finish line, my legs kind of like seized up, and I immediately felt better after I downed the whole thing of water. But I think once I started eating on like a banana, some of the snacks they gave us, like almost within 60 to 90 seconds, felt a lot better. So I know going into the race next time, do as I planned, take the pills, keep that balance. Also, I was kind of running past water stations. I didn't bring my water bottle because I knew they would have water stations. I kind of brought just what I needed, and what I used to carry that wasn't just like a vest that I bought on Amazon. Really good vest. Didn't bring my water bottle because I knew they had the water stations, but I was so hell bent on not stopping that I kind of like got water, Gatorade, really let it just kind of take quick chugs. Didn't really get most of it, but I think looking back, I didn't have really big race time goals. I think ultimately I didn't want to be out there for 2.5 hours. I think I was 2 hours and 10 minutes, but ideally I think the time it would have taken me to stop, fuel, deal with things like that, have some water, I probably could have even done better because I probably would have felt better towards the end. So going into it next time is like, hey, even if it's like a little bit of a slow pace, drink more water, get some of the Gatorade. People had tons of snacks, things they were handing out, orange slices and all of that to really help out. I even saw some bourbon and beer being handed out. Not for me, but shout out to those who do it during a race. But overall, really good. That was kind of like my biggest wall and biggest hip pitfall is probably the cramping and then the inclines. But outside of that, I think a lot of things went well. I also know that I started in a later group, probably like the last group, like Group G. Next time I should go up a little bit higher because I found myself passing people, a lot of people, the first 10 miles. And I think just trying to navigate through people is to have a little bit more confidence into the training I did up to that point, and that I should just kind of align myself with those who are even faster and way better than me, so that I can kind of like keep pace and try to like push myself really. So that's kind of like the goals for next time. But ultimately, like I finished a race, first half marathon, couldn't feel any better. Really great event, had a lot of fun and so forth. Throughout the whole running, typically when I'm training, when I'm running at home, running on my own, I usually listen to like audiobooks and or podcasts or something like that. Usually on race, I actually only listen to music. I didn't want to wear my big noise canceling headphones because I was like, I want to start hearing things, but I didn't want to try something new. So a few weeks before the race, I got kind of like open ear headphones. These were really nice, and I can still hear everything, but still hear my music really well. Big fan, been wearing them like crazy now. And everything I have, I can put a link to. So overall, good music, great vibes. Before, after the race, during the race, really a lot of good wins and things of that nature. What's next is that next year I will do the full marathon. I will be doing some additional events this year too. Looking forward to it. One is the Bluegrass Reaper. It's a 50K where you run I think like 2 point something miles every 40 minutes. Up to 50 kilometers, so it would really be a good time, really nice challenge. And then I will do the Louisville Marathon, which will be my first marathon, first of many. So those two I'm for sure doing. I definitely want to do another race and or event this year as well, and then start setting my sights along of the goal of like, hey, how can I start getting in some of the really famous and popular ones that require a qualifier, but we'll cross that bridge next year. I think working on avoiding some aches and pains I might have dealt with, like I know sometimes in my left knee, sometimes tight hips, and one of my tendons along my calf and on my ankles. And I know that's why I was trying to do a lot of hip warm-ups without aggravating it prior to the run. I've been doing some additional things to improve that, and so haven't been feeling a ton of pain, which was nice, or tightness. So the only thing I would say after the race, I definitely felt it in my left knee, and I need to start doing some kind of split training where I kind of one-legged resistance training exercises to really help with that. Focusing better on my foot placements and being a lot more conscious. I usually walk a lot, so being a little bit more conscious of those things. So definitely got some programs and things that I've started and that I'm doing that will cause me to kind of slow down my running volume probably for the next couple of weeks, but as I can ramp it back up, should be good though. Overall, I'm definitely feeling a lot better after even a week or so, and some of them longer than that, of practicing and doing those movements. I think have drastically helped a lot. So overall, race A+, so excited, can't wait to do it again. I'm glad it was my first half marathon. I got to do it at the Flying Pig. Look forward to what's in store next year, doing a full marathon with them. At that point, it should be, I should have some marathon running experience. So overall, great things, and definitely looking to do the Flying Pig again. So that's my honest thoughts, and yeah, a lot of wins, a lot of successes, a couple of downs, but overall, great race. Couldn't be happier with the result. Maybe next year I can shoot for really cool times and splits. Outside of that, that's all I got.